Hey, what's up guys, this is John from backontheroaddiy. Today we're gonna replace these rotors and for that and the brakes. So for that we're gonna have to remove this 14mm bolt right here and this 17mm right here. Is gonna have one on the top, one on the bottom, same thing as the 17. So let's jump to it. Here I'm using a breaker bar to break the bolts loose. Then after you break them loose, you get a regular ratchet and just continue removing them. When you remove the bolts, you're gonna need a bungee cord or any type of rope to hold the caliper because it is a little bit heavy, so you don't want to leave it hanging because it might cause damage on the brake lines. And also I'm using here a screwdriver to pry out the caliper and then just hang it using the bungee cord or any rope that you have and put it on the side. Now I'm using a wire brush to clean around the caliper piston because it has a little bit of rust. So I just brush it with the wire brush and then spray brake cleaner on a paper towel and just wipe it down. Now I'll open up the hood and go to the brake fluid reservoir and open up the lid because this is gonna put less resistance when we compress the piston. Now we grab our caliper piston compressor tool and it's as easy as just tying it up, and you're gonna see how the piston gets back into the caliper, leaving room for the new pads. Now with the piston all the way compressed, I clean a little bit more on the top with the wire brush and brake cleaner. Caliper is now done, just put it back to the side. Now I'm going to remove the old brakes, and for this I like to use a screwdriver to help me pry out the old brakes. And sometimes when they're too tight, I have to use a hammer and just kind of hit it lightly to help me remove them. Now I'm removing the bracket using the 17mm socket and the breaker bar, and then using the ratchet to continue removing the bolt. Now let's remove the old rotor. Use a wire brush and brake cleaner to clean everything. Try to remove as much rust as you can with the wire brush, as this will prevent the new rotors to seize against the wheel hub. Use the wire brush and brake cleaner also to clean the bracket. Remove the slider pins from the bracket. Use brake cleaner and a towel to clean them. And if you have rust with the wire brush, remove it and then apply more brake cleaner. Now we're gonna use silicone paste or grease to apply to the slider pins, and make sure you put on the sides. Do not put at the end, as it will prevent the slider pin from going all the way in the caliper bracket. Do the same thing for the other one and put it back in. Now use copper anti-seize and apply here at the wheel hub. That's gonna prevent the rotors from seizing, and also at the caliper bracket we're gonna put anti-seize where we're gonna put the hardware. And here I ran into a trouble, guys. I bought the wrong hardware, so I had to use the old ones. You're gonna see here I got this new one because the brakes I bought didn't come with the hardware, so I had to go to the store and buy some, and I grabbed the wrong one. So make sure when you buy your brakes that you get the ones that come with the hardware. And as you guys see here, it doesn't fit. It wasn't for this car, so I had to grab the old ones and use them. Now you're gonna grab your rotors and use brake cleaner and a paper towel to clean them, as they come with a film that protects them from getting rusted, but you have to remove that film before you put them on. After I clean one side, I put them on the wheel hub now to clean the outer part. Now we put the bracket back on, and remember these are the 17mm bolts, and both bolts get torqued to 80 foot-pounds. Even though the old brakes still has some padding, look at the difference between the new and the old. Now put anti-seize or grease on the top and bottom of the brake pads, as you don't want metal to metal contact. This will avoid any rattling sound on the brakes. Now insert the brake pads holder. Is this little wire that goes in the holes on top and bottom, as you guys see here. Some brake pads don't come with them, so don't panic if yours don't have it. I also like to apply a little bit anti-seize on the caliper on this side, so you know it's gonna be touching the brake pads, so they slide nicely. Now insert the 14mm bolts
And you're gonna need an 18 mil wrench or some pliers to hold one side of the caliper to put in the bolt. And this gets torqued to 37 foot-pounds. Now add some brake fluid if you need some, but I'm not, because I'm gonna blade the brakes. I need to change the rear too, so that's why I'm not doing it. And now pump the brakes. They're gonna feel loose until they get very hard, and then you should be done. And don't forget to like and comment, as it will help the YouTube algorithm to recommend my videos a little bit more, and I will highly appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. See you in the next video.